There you go. Now it worked. I thought it was
That's it,
us.
right?
Nah, it's working now.
Okay, good.
So what up, Bill?
What up? What up? Shout out to the boxing voice, the voice of the people, the voice of the streets, and more importantly, the voice of DHP. What's happening, man? Huh? And I'm listening. And I don't mean your voice. I mean the ability. Listen, the ability for anyone to come up here, man, right now on a Friday morning here in Las Vegas and give you the real, because that's what we do on the Boxing Voice. We keep it real, period.
So we were talking about Ryan yet again shifting the blame on Scooter, the strength and conditioning coach that I
Wait,
know has
wait,
worked.
Ness. We all have, everyone can attest to hearing stories about guys, I got it from Scooter. He heard Scooter, just say you got, say you got it from Scooter. Just say you got it from him. Let's shift the blame. He is now, what I told him then, I said, how could you just take something from anyone, not anticipating or thinking that it's to help you lose weight? If you're calling this guy in to help you lose weight, the the agent, the PED that was found in your system helps you lose weight. All these are telltale signs of that Ryan knows what was in his system. He said to me that tablets, he mentioned tablets. Well, last time I checked, that you don't take protein in any kind of tablets. Um, so it's been so many inconsistencies back and forth with him and how and where he got it and who he got it from, um, instead of just actually saying and admitting what he admitted to the New York State Athletic Commission, that he used PEDs, ostarine in particular. He said he pled guilty for whatever reason. He pled guilty. He kind of just said because of whatever. This is too big to
No, no,
say
no, no, no,
just
no.
because.
He actually that part I didn't get. I have it to play it back if you want to hear it for yourself. But he literally said he pled guilty. Well, you asked him, well, why did you plead? And he said, well, I pled because they told me even if I win, I would still get suspended, which makes no
Makes no
sense.
sense whatsoever. It makes no sense. It's hard to draw. It's hard to draw any rhyme or reason to anything Garcia has been saying. And it's a shame that people that ride with boxing and support boxing and are good for boxing that are forced to carry on with this narrative. Um, Drugs in boxing are no good of any kind. We need stiffer testing. We need random testing. We need fighters to raise their hand and say, I'm the best on the planet because I'm a clean athlete and I'm a skilled athlete, not a drugged up, cheating athlete.
Now I heard you say that moving forward, Devin's only going to do Olympic-style drug testing. How is that different from Devada that caught Ryan?
Well, I think, a stringent, more stringent testing in terms of, you know, they came out and said that they would do hair. They would do hair. So they would do hair, they would do urine, they would do blood. All these came after the fact. So before Devin, actually you start into announcing a fight, I believe that it should be a strict kind of test that dates back a certain period of time. And I don't know if Brian can ever be a clean athlete. I know he was dirty then. I don't know if things will ever change. But I think that right now, if you're actually trying to push the sport forward, you're actually trying to prove that you are a clean athlete. Well, test now. Start testing now and build that pattern that you have credibility. You have clean tests within whatever agency it is. In particular, you have the other ones. You have VADA, USADA. You have which is the other one? The other agency, Ness?
WADA?
WADA. I me myself, I'm comfortable, with all of them up until this point. But I think that it needs an even closer eye, before you even announce the fight.
Obviously, some people are not getting why Devin may, because he made it clear on Errol Hawani that he hasn't, you guys have not yet seeked out legal action, but he made it clear why he wants to do it in and out of the ring. But he seems to be getting a lot of stick for that, and I really don't get it. Someone cheated, and people want him to forget it. How are you guys dealing with that? Because it just seems like the world wants you to just move on.
Oh, that's two. That has its pluses, right? And of course, it has the negative in the sense of it doesn't allow us to finish out what we've been involved with in the last couple months on April the 20th. So coming to an understanding with the promotional company and Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy. Also, retributions for everything that Ryan Garcia did, on April 20th as well, inside the ring and outside the ring. Now, we seem to get a little bit of stick for this approach. Well, to be frank, the New York State Athletic Commission has awarded Golden Boy 1.1 or $2 million for Ryan Garcia's PED use. Now, why would Golden Boy be awarded $1.2 million for Ryan Garcia's PED use when Oscar De La Hoya was not in the ring? Oscar De La Hoya didn't suffer any damages according to what I could see or what he's publicly saying, right? Or what the public is publicly is judging, right? So what Devin says is that if attorneys need to bring this to an understanding, give us an understanding, then let's take out this time and let's do that. Let's not sweep it under the rug. Oscar, you're picking up 1.1 million after the athletes got in the ring and the fight's been adjudicated. And why would you be getting $1.2 million? And could you explain that? If Oscar is doing less than reporting the facts of the fight, there's been something had to happen for Oscar to get that money. The
Yeah,
people don't have answers.
I don't even have a logical explanation
Yeah,
why the
no, no,
promoter would get it.
no, and neither do I, neither do the people. So we said instead of just being a dumb athlete that's traditionally what boxing is used to, we said no. Devin has the hardware, he has the accolades. He's at 25 years old. You can compare him to other guys his age, and they don't have world titles, including Ryan Garcia. So we said let's slow everything down and not mislead the people in any way. You know.
So Devin announced a year out of the ring, and then he doubled down on Errol Hawani and said, I said 2 years before, so a year is nothing. Is that what you want for him?
What I want is for fair and equal treatment. That's what I want. The people have seen us and what we've done with boxing. I think that uh, Eddie Hearn wasn't 100% fair with his assessment to what Devin has done for boxing and in particularly matchroom boxing, in the UK, giving it that presence and that stamp here in the US. So to then come down and test or question, the manager, the leadership or management of Devin Haney Promotions, we said, let's slow down and let's take a look at this stuff. You have Oscar who comes out and says that Devin doesn't sell. Well, the last time that I checked, it was 5 arenas. You have the Barclays sold out at 19,000. You have the Chase sold out at 17. You have the MGM Grand sold out at another 14. You got Rod Laver Arena, that was another 14, and then you Marvel Stadium that was 41,000. That's over 100,000 seats sold out in 5 different sold out arenas. Now, this is what I can show the people. This is what I can deliver to the people. This is news that they can use. The numbers that you say with the pay-per-view, Oscar says he can be audited. Well, at 25 years old, this is news that other 25-year-olds, other 21-year-olds, 19s, 14s, and 13s can understand that a promoter now can be audited for his responsibilities. And when I said that it was the Devin Haney era of information, of a fighter making the right moves for the people, that's what I described. And we'll continue to do that. This is just one more episode and a long saga of things that we've exposed in boxing. A very careful and educated middleman in Oscar De La Hoya, who brags about taking the money from the network and being one of the big 3. But when it comes time to deliver the biggest fights, he says that Devin doesn't sell. Well, Oscar, last time I checked, you didn't have 5 straight strings of sold out stadiums. So if it's not Devin and you're not doing it, then you might just be a washed up promoter, ex Hall of Fame promoter. Because if you're not doing it now, man, you just ain't doing it. So I say, with all of the money that you're given from the network and all of your abilities, who's selling? Because you have a way of saying what people aren't doing. Last hit I heard you had was Canelo. So, and Canelo said that your financials, you were quite irresponsible. So I say to you, Mr. De La Fuya, give us the real. Who's selling out and where are the numbers? If Devin Haney ain't doing it, last I checked, with Ryan Garcia on the bench for a year, you have nothing. What do you have? Tell me a fighter that he has that has sold out 5 different stadiums, all the way from his hometown in the Bay Area to Vegas, Australia, and New York. Sounds like a very good dance partner, but the descriptive that Mr. Mr. De La Fuya wants to tell you, while he's in his dapper fishnet white outfit, that Devin isn't selling. Last I checked, we were sold out, brother. Now, the numbers behind the scenes that are being reported from the middlemen, how can we ever tell? Whether you're a Deontay Wilder, whether you're a Earl Spence, whether you're a Terrence Bud Crawford, or a Devin Haney. You've heard the frustrations that even a Ryan Garcia will have with an Oscar De La Hoya. You see, he's been sued by Triple G himself, along with the face, Canelo Alvarez. So you tell me, Mr. Oscar De La Fuya, did you step in some shit when you decide to say that Devin ain't selling and he's not doing it? Well, all the people are in the stadium. What's happening with the pay-per-views, Mr. Middleman? Or, more importantly, that guarantee that you're given by the networks to put the fighters on. you know, and then you come and lowball the fighters and tell them in the 11th hour that they need to sign or they won't be on TV. Come on, Mr. Oscar De La Fuya. Tell the people the real. I'm here. We're transparent. And this is the boxing voice. And you got Bill Haney on the line.
So it sounds like the year is going to be more because you guys are going to go to court with Oscar for back pay.
No, listen, what I'm saying is that we're independent. And fortunately, right, that's another part of it is being a young black fighter that's also independent and able to say, well, wait a minute. This is a fucking tech. Time out. And be a businessman and say, what's going on? Explain to the people. When you came out in in the white fishnet outfit, you want to say he's not selling. Well, that he can be audited. Can everyone audit Oscar? Because we definitely would like it, for sure. Who wouldn't? Has anybody ever audited? Has anybody else had that privilege? So I'm glad that he announced it to the boxing community, and now the boxing community and kids and fathers, like I say, that come behind will understand this process. For sure, I know when you stand up for something, just like my mom taught me, the retributions will come later. We're paying it forward so others that come behind us can, have a smoother transition in this thing.
Well,
You know, but
pretty
it's
unfortunate.
listen. No. It's very fortunate, Ness, and it's fortunate to have platforms like yours that every day is covering it and giving managers and fathers, fighters, the ability to come on and get this thing off. Because when you had traditional media outlets that were being coveted and sensationalized, they were in direct relationship and partnership with the promoters only. So the people were only able to get out one voice. They were only able to get out one narrative, one look, one voice, so to speak. And now with the boxing voice, I say at 25 years old, at 25, Devin has changed the trajectory of boxing and the way that you look at it, the way that you're going to approach it and deal with it. You have other 25-year-olds, Richard Hitchinson, who will soon be a champion, God willing. You have Keyshawn Davis, another outstanding talent to soon to be champion. You got Shushu Carrington, soon to be champion. All these guys don't use drugs. No, I know about that group. So this that Ryan brought into the mix, and now everyone wants to say that it's okay, will directly affect those guys, because those guys is operating off of water, guts, and skill. That's it. You know what I mean? So when we speak out, like I say, we speak out for the boxing community and everybody that's coming behind us.
Bill, taking you back to fight night, did you feel that something was off? Or was this something you could
No,
never know until the test showed you?
well, no. One thing that on either side of the fence, where a fighter, I'm watching Devin, um, his character. I'm watching it and appreciating the fact that he is continuing to fight. He is continuing to get up. He is continuing to deal. To look back at it and say that you're fighting a fighter that's on PEDs, then that's disheartening. There's no way to look at it but you know, being upset about it, analyzing it and saying what you should have did and what you could have did, and what it's an uphill battle with any fighter that's on PEDs and you're not.
So, to clarify, you guys are taking legal action against Ryan and Oscar, or Ryan and Golden
Uh,
Boy.
um, Obviously, Ness, when I come on here to talk to you, I'm not talking to the judge. I'm not filing any papers. I'm not doing. That's not what this is about. This is about the people. This is about delivering it to the message to the people. And right now, you know what I mean. I'm putting it in the people's hands, right? When it gets to that part where the papers are served and the documents and all that other stuff, that's something that I'll come back and discuss. Right now, I'm discussing it with the people. Like I said before, Brian Garcia is out of pocket. Oscar De La Hoya, he's been out of pocket for years. You know what I mean? But we are in an information era, so the people get a chance to see it. Is that what you want your son and daughter to be going through in the future? This is what you want to continue happening? That Oscar De La Hoya is the middleman, and when after the show, he comes back. You don't sell, Oscar. You were the one that decided to where the money is going to go from a marketing promotional standpoint. You decided whether or not money was going to be spent on ESPN commercials, or money was going to be spent on bus benches, or money was going to be spent on billboards. You decided that. So to come back and then put the onus on the uh, the fighters is a coward move, just like you've been showing, you know. But the difference is, Oscar, we play with our own money, so it's a little bit tougher, you know. But if you were back out here, you know, playing with yours and not playing with the network's money, while you bragging about being one of the big three, you know, yeah, sounds like you sleep at the wheel, because you got the network support, you got a bunch of fighters, but you're not selling out nowhere, man. You sold out with Mogia, with Canelo. That was when Ryan Garcia was with Tank. You weren't the lead promoter in any one of those. So to be saying who is he selling? Who's selling? If Devin ain't selling, I'm the one that tapped you on the shoulder at the Virgil Ortiz fight to make this fight happen. Y'all just was on dirty pool. But Ness, tell me if I'm not telling the truth, so you can help me along with my day. Who else on Golden Boy's roster with this Hall of Fame jerk promoter? Who else is on there that ain't selling? That is selling, I should say. That they sold out 5 arenas straight.
None.
90
None.
seconds.
None. The man is a man. Listen, the man was a great fighter, man. But you know what I mean. He's not been the most bright businessman, because to come out and say that wasn't the most bright thing to say. He was saying it from an emotional standpoint, because it's hard to deal with a young black African American boss in the U.S. It's hard to deal with it, and we understand. But we ain't gonna take no shorts. We ain't gonna take no shorts for no bigger house or no faster car. We got all that. We got all that. We did all that years ago. So taking a stand is it feels so much better, Ness. It feels so much more fulfilling. I ain't riding with him.
Bill, you spoke about having your own money and being your own boss. What are your thoughts on Eddie's comment saying that you guys are your own promoter and that you should have bid for your own fight?
Eddie won't be bidding for anything if it's not with his own money. He's bidding with his own money. He's not bidding with Eddie Hearn money.
That
Did I
was that.
say something wrong?
No, no, no. I mean, but
Oh,
he's got to deal with the zone, so that's the budget they give him year after year.
listen. So who else got to deal with the zone?
Golden Boy,
And who
the
else?
Salida,
So we just
Red
so
Owl,
so we just
OTX.
so we just established that Golden Boy ain't selling shit. We just established that they ain't doing it. but they got a deal. And then he got a deal. So everybody that got a deal is talking big Willie shit about some money that they're getting from the network. So I'm saying is that none of them, neither one of them, Eddie or Oscar, is popping harder than Devin on these streets, on the YouTube streets, on the boxing streets, on none of that. So when you come and say that you're about to promote Devin, what you mean you're gonna promote him? What are you talking about? And so because I ask questions like that, right? I'm not a tap dancing, you know, Negro that don't have an understanding, right? I'm just saying is make it make sense. Because you can hand the money to us and we can throw our own party.
But Oscar says something to you to make it make sense because you the one made the deal with him. So when he
Right.
said
And
when he
the
said we're
well,
gonna promote Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, what did he tell you?
okay, is that you leave that to him and you say, okay, if you're going to promote, who promoted it? Who promoted it? Who controlled the flow to which you're mad about what the pay-per-views might be? Is it Devin or is it someone else? So as a responsible promoter that then got a hold to the money, right? You tell the truth. Did you win or did you not win? I won, and Devin was incredibly professional, and we would have liked it to go other ways, but it never fell on Devin. Boom. That's good business. Give me the money and watch me do it. I wouldn't be saying that stupid shit. That don't make sense shit. I guarantee you to the networks. I won't be out here embarrassing talking about that the fight didn't didn't sell and it doesn't sell when it done more pay-per-views than any other fight this year. What the hell are we talking about, man? We're 7 months in it and did more than any of the other fights, but Devin don't sell.
So what are the
If
official
you,
numbers that you've been given?
uh, I haven't been given an official number.
Because more than any pay-per-views this year, there's been a hell of a lot of pay-per-views this year.
Well, let's do this. Let's
Even
say
Canelo
top
fought
three.
this year.
If let's say if you say top three, if you say top three, then you're still good. If you say top two, you say top three, but you don't say that he doesn't sell when it was 19,000 at the Barclays. One thing that we know is from a visual standpoint, it's selling. From a content, see, and this is one more other thing. This is another thing, Ness, that why Oscar done stepped in some shit, fucking with young entrepreneurs today that are tech savvy, is that we not only understand that the seats that Devin has sold makes him successful, but we also know on the back, on the backdrop, the content creators also make money, also make a ton of money. So how do the content creators make money? The Barclays, the Chase, the Marvel, the Rod Laver, the MGM made money, but Oscar, you don't? You didn't? Come on, man, y'all stop with the lying, man. All the middleman, y'all hear me? Listen, we didn't, come on, man. I come up in the thing, man. The middleman, y'all done got caught. The gig is up. You done got caught. People are up. Now, you can keep working it as long as it worked, but Bill Haney told you the gig is up, man. It's an information age. Everything that I'm telling you right now,
I think he froze. Yep, he's gone. Well, he's back. He's not back. I don't think he's officially back. I think that's a glitch. See? Bill? He got them service issues. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up while we wait for him to connect. Let's see here. We are gonna check who's next since he's not jumping right back on. Joshua Hawkins, welcome to the prospect level. Appreciate you. Chef Givon.
Nah, Nez. Oh man, I'm trying to wait to see if this man takes calls, man. I sent a counter for that. I want to try to have a conversation with this man by the bathroom. That's all.
Man, I'm not putting nobody on the line. Y'all not about to have. We haven't heard from Bill in how long? Y'all want to talk about what exactly? My man said a conversation by the bathroom. George, Lord, Spider Rico.
Hey, Grand Rising, God.
Peace, God.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? I'm thankful for another call. I'm thankful to Allah. Uh, Allah is the best of planners. That's what Devin said. I always keep that. I keep that in my mind. Allah is the best of planners. That's what Devin said. It was meant to happen this way. I mean, he was devastated. You know, that was a tough day for us. I'm glad you called in, Bill. I'm appreciative. This is we and me. If y'all don't know, I pray for we and me. That Allah got us the straight way, never to go astray. Man, but I guess that's the way it goes, you know. What happened to Devin, it can happen to all of us. Ain't nothing we could do about it. Sometimes you get in the ring, that's what happens.
Let me get back to you. I got Bill
All right.
back. What up, Bill? You
What up?
hear
What
me?
up, Ness?
You hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember what the question you were answering was before you dipped out.
I don't know if the men's, I don't know if that white outfit with those nets was too tight or what's going on with him. I don't know what's wrong with Oscar, you know, but he's out here tripping. You don't do that. You don't say that. That doesn't make sense. The commentators are everybody talking about me with some money. I'm on the ground. I'm right here on the ground, like I said, in the streets with the people, not doing no crime, but having time and an understanding that we all got to live. We all got to eat. And guess what? Content creators eating like a mother scooter. They don't need no help. Y'all be in these motherfucking comment sections until you get to know them, until you see them, and you're going to see big houses, fly shit, man. They eating it. So I come on and I show respect and appreciate the energy and the time that people put into moving this boxing forward.
But
But
Bill, you don't think that that's a little bit different though, because like the Barclays Center, people gotta physically go there for them to make money. In terms of the fight is there, I gotta buy a ticket to the Barclays. That's why they make money. With the pay per view,
the thing about it is,
these people stealing. You got bad
yeah,
service
but the thing
today,
about it
Bill.
is when you go out and touch the people, when you go out, look, can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me?
I hear you.
Good or no?
Yep.
Yeah. No, but when you get a chance to touch the people in Brooklyn, you get a chance to go home to the Bay. You go to Melbourne, Australia, touch the people there. You would go to Las Vegas, touch them there. You know, when you talk about doing these things, you talk about becoming a star, a star, a international star, having presence. You know what I mean? And one of our dreams is to fight in the Middle East. To add that to the resume. So I think, and this overall, I think Devin, like I said, at 25, alhamdulillah, he's in a great position, man. You know, Allah's the perfect planner, and he hasn't made any mistakes or hasn't, hasn't failed us in any way.
What was the decision to vacate? Did you guys do that mutually? Was it just him? What was the thought? Because
It was
obviously,
more. It was more me. It was more me. I had the biggest say so in influencing him to do that. You know, based on he entrusted me with the Oscar De La Hoya situation and the whole fight, and for me to fail him in the sense of not catching this guy Ryan Garcia on these PEDs and not letting him come to the ring on it. It's something that I need to make sure. Ness, I got to do my job. I got to do my job, and that part Devin did. You know, he showed up. He did his part. You know, now I got to do better.
for sure, for sure. Does that still give Devin the ability to fight Barrios? Because he is champion in recess at 140, but can he still
No,
activate? Go ahead.
absolutely. Listen, absolutely. What we've done and what the people continue to do is push boxing forward. If it's Devin stepping up to Barrios and making a deal where Barrios has a great name, a great opportunity for Devin, and Devin has a great opportunity to become a three division world champion, then it sounds like it's a win-win for both fighters. I don't think it's ever not been a win-win for Regis Prograis, Ryan Garcia, Lomachenko, George Kambosos. It's always win-win for both fighters when Devin is in the ring.
All right. And what's your thoughts on Barrios now being elevated and potentially getting the Pacquiao fight?
Pacquiao's a legend, you know what I mean? So, anybody that, gets a chance of course, get in the ring with him, Mike Tyson, Adrian Broner, all those guys, you know what I mean? Have bushwhacked and trailblazed, incredible paths that, of course, Devin has walked in as well. And we hope to, trailblaze and bushwhack paths for other fighters to come behind us as well, like we are able to come behind them.
Let me see.
Bring somebody in, Ness.
I got a guy, but he don't want to talk about. He wants to talk about something else. It ain't about boxing. It's someone you helped in Baltimore.
Hey, Ness, this is the boxing voice. This is the voice of the people. We don't scrutinize, you know what I mean,
Right.
nobody. We just
All
try to
right.
maintain
Fats. Whenever you
professionalism.
ready, Fats.
I love Baltimore. You know what I mean? I got love in Baltimore.
Yo,
You live with Bill.
Hey,
yo, Bill, what up? What up? What up? No, it's crazy, right? Hey, Nas, I'm gonna send you back that 10 too, yo, because it might be 2 calls, might not be, but yo, it's crazy. You never know who you know, right? So my man, yeah, I mean, I'm keep a good story short. My man or whatever, he be doing little Twitter spaces and shit for real, for real. You know, just some provocative type shit, talk about sports and all that. So I was at his house the other day, and one of his uncles was around there and shit. So he like Unc be doing Facebook lives and shit on the Facebook tip. So we like, yeah, you should come on through, whatever. So he was like, my man, he was like, yeah, he don't got a Twitter. He's like, but my man, he working on his podcast deal right now or whatever. He just closed like a 7-figure deal and shit. So he talking to hood niggas, street niggas. So I'm looking around, you start thinking in my head like, who the fuck he know? So we asked him like, well, who the fuck you talking about, Unc? So he was like, Bill Haney. So I looked at him like, what? You talking about the boxing father nigga? He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I been told my nephew I knew him and shit. I was trying to get him out to fight when he was fighting Ron Garcia. Like Bill had hooked him up with some tickets, had free tickets for niggas to come for real. So I was like, man, for real. He was like, yeah. He was like, it's crazy. I was in jail. And he said your brother was locked up with him, like in the feds and shit. And he was like, just like some shit, you in there and paperwork ain't come through and he was going through it with the Crips and the Blood. So Unc was like, he ain't really like how niggas was like trying to carry him. So he told him come on over at the Baltimore table for real, for real. He was like, he ain't think nothing of it. He went home, Shorty stayed there, and Shorty stayed at the table till he dipped. So he was like, they all kind of run around the same circle, like Calvin and all them. They have you in that BGF shit. So he was like, niggas had came around to him that the nigga Bill Haney was trying to get a hold of him. So he was like, he ain't paying no mind at first. He said, but once y'all really connected, like you really looked out for him, like sent them a 10 piece, and like y'all was locked in ever since type shit. And he was telling me that y'all got like a podcast and shit coming up, and I just wanted to congratulate you because I ain't know if it was true or not. I know he wasn't bullshitting me. He wasn't telling me no bullshit, but I was like, damn, I ain't know your arm really reach out like that. You feel me? Like I done heard stories about, like your past and shit like that. But I was like, damn, I ain't know yo really had a relationship with Dirt out Cherry Hill and shit. Like I ain't really know the connection for real. So it all makes sense. So I just was congratulating you on that. Like, I mean, if that's true for real.
No, listen, it's some real good men. Like I told him before he put me on, before you came on, I said that I love Baltimore and I got love in Baltimore because it's some real good men out there that we developed a bond, and we continue, to this day, So I've always had respect for the area, you know what I mean.
Always
And if
feel
there's
like it's
anything I can do, if there's anything that I can always do, for the real ones. And of course, it's behind the scenes unless somebody, bring it to the scene because, that's never what it's about. It's about, you know what I mean? We all need something at some time. We've all needed somebody. We've all, you know what I mean? And truth be told, I enjoy being the person that can help somebody versus being the person that need help. You know what I mean? Um, you know what I'm saying? I'm so happy every day to wake up that I got it and I can help somebody versus them days that I remember when I didn't have it and I needed some help. So, bro, thank you, you know what I mean, for sharing that. But definitely both of them two guys, you know what I mean, are good men. I consider them family. You know what I mean? And family is something that you choose, not that you're born into, so I take it very serious.
Yeah, sir. Real shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yep.
appreciate
Yep.
that. Yeah,
And my
I
brother,
knew
hey,
you was
listen,
a real
let me
dude
tell
for
you
real.
this. Hey, let me tell you one more thing is, and that's another thing, okay? My brother, what he said is my brother was having, now how do you have beef with Bloods and Crips at the same time? Only way you can do it is if you a Bay nigga. If you really from the Bay and you really from the area, you really from the O, then you gonna stand on business and you're not gonna stand on a color, whether it be red or it be blue. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Real
easy to
shit. And he
identify.
said real shit. He said he wasn't understanding like your brother wasn't no slouch neither. Like he was saying Shorty could get down. Like Shorty definitely could rumble. But you know how it
Yeah.
was, like just some
Oh,
numbers,
absolutely.
numbers strength type
Absolutely.
shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. My
But yeah, I
mother is my
appreciate
mother.
that, man.
Yeah, my mother, rest in peace. She lived in Detroit for a long time. My stepfather, rest in peace, Detroit as well. So that's why my brother went from he went from the West Coast to be closer because he was in prison, to be closer to my mom so she wouldn't have to make the trip back and forth. And then when he got out of prison and he came to the West Coast, came back home, then she relocated and moved out here. Rest in peace. So they got a chance to spend some time together out and have a good bonding. We were able to have a janaza for her and bury her together, me and him. So you know what I mean? Like God is good, bro. And what you do behind the scenes, you know what I mean, will come to light. You know what I mean? So I firmly believe in that. You know what I mean? And a 10 piece is nothing. I wish I could have sent him 100 because that's what he deserved. You know what I mean?
And shout out to you.
Yeah.
That is noble. We got a bunch of callers. H Town, what's up?
What up, Nez? Bill on the line?
He is.
Bill, I want to ask you the question. Before the fight, Devin had put it out there that he said Ryan is on drugs. Ryan is probably on PEDs. Ryan's probably on a bunch of things, but it don't matter because he's an A-class fighter versus C-class fighter, and he's gonna beat him no matter what. That it's on tape. It was in interviews. Now the fight happens, and the game plan is all wrong. Y'all trying to stand toe to toe with a puncher. I don't know what was happening. Devin didn't fight like Devin. Now, are we going to take some kind of ownership of making that mistake, Bill, or are we going to just keep blaming Austrian? That's all I want to know,
No,
big dog.
listen. Okay. And thank you for your question. Where you calling from?
Houston, H-Town, baby.
Okay, shout out H Town. You know, and the fact that we gave you the fight that you wanted. If we had did anything else different, and then now you complain. Yes, but we went toe to toe with a puncher. We just asked that the puncher not be on Osirine. That's all. Is that okay? H
Well,
Town?
prior to the fight, say that none of that matters. If he's on drugs, if he's on PEDs, you don't care. You said, I'm going to
Uh,
send my son
uh,
to kill that man. Nobody cared about
H,
his, nobody cared about the mental health. Nobody cared about nothing. The plan was
uh,
to take his shine, make the money, elevate yourself. Now, after the fight, we
uh,
want people to feel sympathetic and everything, man. You call to take somebody's life, then you saying, "Oh, he could have taken my boy's life." Hey,
I,
you can't
I
stand
think I
on
think he
both sides of the
said
street. You know, either you're gonna be on the street
yes.
side or you're gonna be in the civilian side. You can't be street when you feel like it, and you can't be hood when you want it. That's all we
Okay,
asking.
well,
We want consistency. Like, what side of the street are we standing on, Bill?
okay, yes, and I hope to be a perfect example to the best of my ability for civilians that understand that I'm not gonna remember the streets or do anything street until you fuck with me. You do some street shit to me, then I'll do some street shit back to you. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm a civilian, but I'm not gonna get played or tricked out of being on the streets. That's being an ex-street guy. I know the traps that you're trying to set, and I know where you're trying to lead. So, as a civilian, right? As a guy that's
Uh
coming over here and saying I'm in boxing, I say, what do you suggest? Because your guy got caught. We didn't.
Hey, Bill. One last thing, and I'm out.
No,
Man,
no, no, no,
a
no,
word
no,
of
no, no.
I guess
Please, please.
of
H-Town,
advice
can you
is
answer the question?
You may
hold on.
H-Town,
Let
can
me
you
get
answer
this
the
one
question?
last thing, Ness.
but it's
No,
not your
can you
turn.
answer the question, H-Town?
Yeah, like I was saying, hey, was that street? I mean, did you really feel that Ryan was on PEDs? He looked slow, out of shape. He was tired by the second round. I mean, did that
My,
man look like he was
my,
actually on PEDs, Bill? In your heart of
okay.
hearts?
So you didn't answer the question, but let me help you out. So Ryan has also said, like the guy in Drago, if he dies, he dies. I understand promotion. We have a job to promote the fight. The language that I used, if he dies, he dies, is part of the promotion of the fight. That's okay. Clearly, you've seen other guys that have used the same language and the same lines. The thing that I speak on, as I said, is that I'm operating as the way that I'm supposed to as a civilian. I'm respecting boxing. I'm respecting the boundaries. But he's got caught. I didn't. So what do you suggest is supposed to happen? As you being, I don't know which side, are you a street guy or a civilian, but I'll take your perspective. What do you suggest happens?
I suggest we should have said, "Hey, man, I want that fight back. He's on off stream. Give him his damn suspension. I want the fight. I don't want to hear like I ain't gonna cry about it. I'm gonna get in the ring. I'm gonna fix whatever mistakes I made in that fight because off stream wasn't the only thing that lost me that fight. I wasn't up to par that night and move forward and stay off of social media and stop crying about things. You know,
Okay,
handle yourself like you've
listen.
been handling yourself. Don't change it up now.
Okay, okay. Well, I do. I said, okay, then why did Golden Boy Promotions be given and awarded $1.2 million? Then
Hey, that should go to Devin, man. I haven't said Golden Boy. Hey, if Devin, if he failed that test, he failed that test. You know, hey,
so
I'm
who should get?
logical, man. That
So
money
who
should
should
go
get?
to Devin, all right.
So
But
okay,
but
so
but but Bill,
okay,
we
hold
can't
on.
also have we can't
Let me
also have
finish.
all these people complaining about the 3 pounds when y'all accepted the 3 pounds. Like I said, you can't go left
No.
and right. You gotta,
Okay, let me ask you
you
this
know,
though. So let me
like
ask you. So on the stage, he said 500,000 a pound, and then when we got off the stage and the cameras got off, he started to go. Said, I don't have 500. I have 200, 200, 300, 200. He got down. He started negotiating behind the scenes. Now the 200 should Devin had slapped the shit out of him, right? As a street nigga, like, or should he have negotiated and then took the
Devin
best
as the
route?
boss that he says he is should have been. Give me what I told you. And now we ain't got no fight. I'm going with Barbosa. Fuck what they gotta say. Give me my money.
Okay, now when you've
We
when
agree.
you've
Well, we agree.
when
Well,
you
we agree. You don't make them better than negotiate
I
when it comes time to
but
pay.
what
Bill, you from the streets. You know that.
I don't agree with that because it's so unfortunate that you look at the faces of everyone that has flown. Ness has already said that it's not easy.
H-Town, he dropped off. He got a
All right,
call.
I'm out, Ness.
All right. Thank you for keeping it
Hello?
civil, though.
Call six on there. Hello. Hey. Hello. No, no, hold on. Hey, wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. No, Nessa said that it's not easy to get there. And here, everybody done paid. They done bought outfits. They done got hotels. And it's actual the weigh-in, and then the fight is canceled. With so much stuff and so much uncertainty, it was still 19,000 people that came in with all the fucking uncertainty, and we tell them it's not happening. The fight's not happening. And I heard what Stephen A. Smith, he done said and what we should do. But until you're in that position that everybody is depending on the entertainment, they're depending on you and they're depending on it. So not only did we continue with the fight with the 3 pounds, not only did we do that, he stepped to him in the ring, right? He fought in front of him, right? A puncher and all the stuff. What more would you guys want? We're not complaining, we're stating facts.
Quan, counter.
Yo,
What up?
yo, what up, Ness? What up, Bill?
What up, though?
Chilling, man. I just want to let you know, man, I've been supporting since day one, man. Fuck all the haters and shit. You know, that just come with the game and shit. Uh, that bullshit that Ryan pulled off,
Appreciate
it
it, King.
ain't right. And hey, I ain't mad at y'all for doing what y'all doing. People been coming on here kind of crazy and shit, talking about where Bill been, man, they ain't been back. But I feel like it's a reason. I feel like this is the voice of the people, so you get the toughest questions, and y'all got a lot of stuff y'all have to deal with. So it's murky. I understand, man. You just know I ain't one of the people who been talking bullshit, man. So, but I do want to know. Since Devin decided to vacate, was it more about the money, or is it more he just need to rest because of everything that's been going on and still gonna be going on a lawsuit battle and stuff? Is it like which one was it, or
No,
is it a
he
combination of both?
man, no, he's listen. He is. I'm saying when you look up sons, right? You see his picture along with probably a lot of other sons that are great to their fathers and honest and you have good relationships. Man, I felt like I failed him in everything that he did. He did everything right. He got in the ring right on that night, but he got in there with a promoter now that comes out publicly, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's trying to win something before what his next move might be is um, not being forthwith with money that's owed, right? We're in the middle of that. And I'm saying this, I'm not saying that he's gonna do that. I'm saying is we want to have an understanding of what and where did the money go and what our part looks like, okay? And to Devin to have that on the table, thinking about that. And then also you have the issue with Ryan Garcia. Every other day, he pleads guilty, but he comes back out and says all these other shit. Every other day he's saying another different lie. So I
It's
told,
ridiculous. I ain't
uh,
even keeping up with it no more.
no, exactly. So what I did was I told Devin is, man, just take a break. You're entitled to take a break. Ness has told us years and times and fights and all that. I said, of any time, I said, no, Ness, we gonna do it. We're gonna do it. No, we're gonna do it. Hey, Bill, you can do this, you can do that. You can go get a Steve Claggett, you can go get it. I said, no, I'm not picking a fighter. I'm picking an opportunity and a time to take a break and figure out what the next fight looks like from a contractual standpoint, meaning what the fighters are contracted to do, um, drug testing, right? What are their responsibilities to do marketing? You know what I mean? Can you just shit the bed? I mean, can you just start talking about all the things that he was so passionate about that he's not talking about right now? That was so much of a distraction, and not good for even Devin Haney supporters. Even if you don't like Devin, you didn't want to hear who he's fighting. The other guy wants to start talking about these other stances. So from a contractual standpoint, we learned a lot of what needs to be talked about before that next fight happens, and that's with whoever it is. Not just sign, okay, sign, and we're back in the same bullshit. You know what I mean? We got to get out of here.
All right, Quan, you done?
My fault. I didn't mean to cut out. I wanted to ask this question and just put all fairness to Eddie Hearn because people were mad that he didn't bid. And I just gave him a chance to listen to him a little bit more. He says, I wouldn't bid on Canelo versus Skull because he's saying it's just about the value of the fight, and he doesn't think he would make a lot of money that the fighters would demand. So I'm just giving all fairness, and it's a business at the end of the
Yeah,
day. So
yeah, but you're
I
not
do
gonna,
think y'all can still make it work at the end of the day, and I want to see that happen because I like y'all relationship.
man.
Y'all
Look,
keep
let me
y'all
tell
the
Let me tell you this, King, and I'm gonna let you guys go real quick. Um, Devin, Devin DM'd Gamboa. Devin DM'd Jorge Linares. George Camboso says that Devin and him did it like men, an understanding. Uh, Devin and Regis Prograde. Well, I think even on the Boxing Voice and platforms, we agreed on that. Ryan and Devin in the DMs, right? The way in which boxing and the way in which boxing is going and how fights are made are different than the days of yesteryear. So when an Oscar De La Fuya jumps out there with his shit and he's doing the, you know, his thing, he just stepped in some shit. He has nothing to back it up. He has nothing to back up the reason why you're considered the go-to guy because of what? The days of beating and cheating these fighters, and it's not under a microscope or a magnifying glass, is over with. The fighters, the people, the managers always say, what are you doing? What are you going to do for my fighter other than take him? You know, you see what I don't want to talk about the other side, the other guy. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he's doing anything either. I think the fighters are doing a great job, man. You know what I mean? And before we let promoters come out and say horrible things about them without the promoters standing up and saying and taking accountability and ownership in what they do or don't do to make these fighters stars, that's what needs to happen. They need to be called on it as well.
Got a couple super chats here. Daniel Navarrete says, Ness got him in the corner. Bill, the ultimate deceiver. New York
No,
Giants.
Bill is the ultimate achiever, all the way from 77th and Bancroft, Oakland, California, the Greenside neighborhood, to Australia, Melbourne, 41,000 in Marble Stadium. That's how far that Bill Haney has come.
New York Giants for life. Yo, ask Bill what size tap dance shoes he wears because his tap dancing skills are remarkable.
That's good. Listen, that's what the best thing is I love about the chat is because they have the jokes, all the jokes in the world. And whoever that is, tell them to step up to the mic and say it to my face.
DJ says $10. Ask Bill, what does he think about Emiliano Vargas saying Devin is crying about the L he took against Ryan and that he better not be crying when he loses to him, Emiliano Vargas, in the coming years?
All I could say is I think I think his dad was on some of that same shit that Ryan be on. I don't know if it's the Ostarine. What was his dad on? What did he get caught for?
Google, he tested positive. I would have to Google the exact substance.
Let's look it up. Let's see what his dad tested positive for. Because that's, because he might be on it. Anytime that anybody is saying, now I'm not saying that Emiliano is. I'm just saying, if you're rolling with the guy that's cheating, then you might be hiding something. And now it's the time that you're going to get exposed. This the whole time. All the people that's running with them people and co-signing it, and you got a little bit in your system, and you got a little bit in your system, and we gonna get all of y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Now.
He was suspended and fined from Nevada for banned anabolic steroid.
There we go. Right there. So the apple ain't gonna fall far from the tree. Emiliano is gonna co-sign it because his dad got an asterisk against him, you know what I mean, and his ability, or if he's in the Hall of Fame or not. You know, he got an asterisk. So, he's going to co-sign it.
All right. We got James in Atlanta. $20 super chat says, how interesting would it be to come to ATL and let my man, Big Brian Norman, defend that WBO welterweight strap against Devin? It'll be a movie, but it will end bad for Devin.
Shout out Brian Norman, senior and junior. You know what I mean? A heck of a father and son team. They're staying in the race, man. Keep your head up, keep grinding, you know what I mean? I expect bright things from them, the Norman family.
Is that a fight you would take? Oh, we lost him. He get them phone calls, you know? Them phone calls. You. Oh, he's back. He's back. So is that a fight y'all would take in the future?
I haven't looked at Brian Norman and like that. You know, I've seen them and seen them working together and always heard the name because I think he's a little bit older than Devin. I met him inside Top Rank, and you know, just from a standpoint of meeting them outside the ring, you know, I think they're a heck of a tandem. You know, good guys and stuff like that. So I've been pulling for them. I haven't necessarily been watching their fights, but you know, Devin Devin is hard to deal with anybody.
Damian Clark, you abandoned Ness while he defended ya. Hand on face emoji.
Hey
Then
Ness,
another. Yo,
Listen, Ness know that. Listen, Ness know I'm a phone call away. Ness been handling this like a constant professional. This has not been a problem because Ness would call me and Ness would say, "Bill, yo, I need you to come talk about this shit, yo," and I'll come.
he says $5 more. You've been on Mill City three to four times already. They clocking you, Bill. They on you.
No, I've listened. I went over there with Zab. Who's doing a wonderful job making his transition, you know what I mean, into this space. That I support Zab, you know what I mean? So I knew yesterday would be big to you know, reach out to Zab. I have a relationship with Zab, and of course, Zab has a relationship with Mill City. And Mill City is it's supposed to be like a landmine. I'm not supposed to be able to go over there and dance because he's supposed to have everything all booby trapped up. So you know, I think people like sometimes for me to go to a place where that Mill is going to drive and ask the questions, the narrative based on the people. I think Ness and the boxing voice is a different place. You're answering the questions of the people, but it's a different audience.
We got DC3, Devin the Weight Bully Haney. Have you seen this documentary on YouTube? Man, you guys,
Listen, they got documentaries. I think Showbiz, the adult entertainer, you know, he's doing one of his impersonations. You know, he did the Tupac, and you know what I mean. All of it's nice, and all of it's you know, I've seen a couple people have done parodies of me, and you know, stuff like that. So you know, we're in a great place. I think it's a great time as usual to be in the Devin Haney business, and if you're a fighter, you know, it'll be a great time to, you know, have a fight with Devin. He makes the best dance partner. So we just look forward to after we take care of our business, our personal business, getting back in the ring, man, for some more exciting fights.
does it bother you how, to have to watch your son be ridiculed and criticized and be made the villain really when he was the one cheated? It's
Yeah.
quite astonishing to see people
No, I love it.
want him to
I
get
love it.
over it.
I love it because when you see, and you, for Devin, right, going from the amateurs and all that, right, you know, to get these reactions and to get this energy out of people, and especially to get them to contradict themselves, to take stances that you know aren't by intelligent people, but they hide behind the keyboards and they make it and they do it. So you know what I mean? It's like I say, man, it's a good time, man. We enjoy it. I enjoy to see it.
I got DC3. Ask Bill about the Devin rehydrating over 20 pounds.
Listen, I don't know where they're talking about this weight after or any of that, but like I told Ryan, and Ryan understands this, anytime that you're overweight, you're supposed to be given an opportunity to lose the weight that you're over. That's just the way that it go. Hey, you get an hour. Go ahead and lose it. Hey, man, if you want, because if you want, when we come to the arena and we weigh too much, well, take your cell phone out your pocket, Dev. Take your keys. Take all that. Take your shoes off first, because that might take some pounds off. I mean, it's not like you're weighing in after in your boxers or that you know what I mean? Like you're naked trying to get the last, there's none of that. You know what I mean? It's a casual, how much do you weigh? Just jump up on the scale for me, champ, and, have good luck tonight. That's it. It's no, okay, hey, you weigh 160. You weigh too much. Can you go back to the locker room? Can you go back to the hotel and lose 5 more pounds and come back? Sure, I'll be right back. I'm going to go back to the hotel room. I'm going to come back to the Barclays and, I'll just knock off 5 pounds. How long before I fight? What do you mean? Oh, a couple hours? I got enough time. Come right back. Warm up. That's it. What are we talking about here? How much do you want us to lose before the fight happens? Easy. Light work. Light work.
Bill, what are your thoughts? People were saying you were in the room while Ryan was taking an IV. Did you know that was legal or
No.
illegal?
I've never been in the room while Ryan is taking no IV, and nor have I approved Ryan to take an IV.
All right, all right. We have James T. Tell Bill Bernard Hopkins gonna knock him out like Ryan did his son. Does it bother you that everyone thinks Devin is now vulnerable or chinny?
Well, Ryan has to be a little bit softer, a little bit chinny. He's the one that got stopped by Tank with a body shot. Dev got hit with hellacious shit and still finished the 12th round strong. So it doesn't bother me. What I'm saying is it's a total compliment that the people will um, make up fake shit, go out their day and sit up there and make up the shit and think that they're helping Ryan, but actually you're helping us. It's just the strangest shit.
Devin
Because the
posted.
real people, huh?
I was gonna say Devin posted something like that he said the hate is only making them bigger. Do you feel the same? Have you felt like he's gotten bigger?
Listen, if I told them that, then they'd stop helping us. So I don't want to tell them that. I want them to just keep doing what they're doing. We enjoy it. They keep on typing.
I got Alan Day that says, respect to you, Bill, especially for being an excellent father. Despite the L, I felt y'all probably won more rounds physically. What weight is Devin's peak?
Maybe, probably 47. Probably 47.
I probably should Google this, right? What is this? Oh, Wallahi,
Yeah,
coming from
wallahi.
Troll Beta.
No. Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
wallahi, I've never been in no room while Ryan Garcia was taking no IV, nor have I ever given Ryan Garcia permission to use an IV.
DJ, ask Bill, did he see Floyd Schofield Sr.'s recent video, Big Forehead Ninja, always hating? He did do a video talking about Austrian. He said he's not talking about Devin and Ryan. He's just telling all young fighters that just because you taking something don't mean nothing, because the fighter that you fighting, if he practices good fundamentals, none of that shit gonna mean nothing.
Yeah, well, that's That's at the middle of the game, right? When you talk about the top of the elite, where everything inches matter, pounds matter. That's no place for it. You know what I mean? That's no place. That's that edge that you'll get. Everyone is trying to get, a professional edge, and you fight a fighter with ossuring that's helping them. Every fighter will tell you, So Schofield can say, all right, somebody just go ahead. You can use whatever PED you want to use, and I'm just gonna fight you. That makes no sense.
Um, I got G Daddy in the 504 facts, Bill. Dumb fans are never honest. Banana in the tailpipe clowns. Salute to you and Devin for making history in the sport of boxing. Glove emoji and 100 emoji.
Absolutely. Hey Ness,
Yo,
listen. Call me if the waters get choppy and I need to come on here. I got a couple things that I need to do.
for
You know what I
sure.
mean?
Oh, can you
Any
take one
sightings?
call? Can you take one call before this man
Yes.
thinks that I purposely
Yes.
kept
Come
him
on.
away? Now I am gonna
Come on.
warn you. He's a B Hop fan and he wants to defend B Hop, but he's promised me he's gonna keep it civil, right?
Come on with it. Come on, I gotta go.
Yes. Hey, good afternoon, Bill, man. I just want to start off by saying I
Salam
spoke to you
alaikum.
before on this show, and you know what I mean. I'm born and raised Sacramento, man. So we from same region and shit. You know what I mean? So I've made a lot of money off of betting with your son. I've supported a lot of what you guys have done in the beginning, but it's just crazy to see like hey, but almost everybody from Oakland is doing some kind of dirty business. But I see now why you were able to be so successful as a pimp, bro. Like the thing is, like you have a way with words, right? You're a wordsmith. You play and
Right.
dance around everything. Um,
Hmm.
like even when it comes to facts, that we have a lot of the facts now, right? Like you keep saying 19,000 at the Barclays when it's proven that it's 14,000 what was actually sold that night. You get what I'm saying? And
Okay. Oh, well,
just
well, listen. Hold on. Hold
other
on. Hold on. Hold on. Let's Google. Take a Google. Take a Google
uh-huh.
and just Google it. I'm going on what the Google says.
I mean, I seen the whole receipt from the gate. They
Okay.
talked about how many tickets were sold, how
Okay.
many
So
tickets were
okay.
bought.
So wait a minute. Because you know you've said a couple things. So let's take off 5,000 and let's say 14,000. 14,000, 14, 17,000, 19. Has anyone at Golden Boy did that? I'm just asking.
I mean, no, they haven't. But see, this is what I'm talking about. You don't answer one question. You bounce around. You're a wordsmith.
No, I wanted
Shout
to
out to
clear it
you
up
because you've been able to fool the public. And I'm
no,
just
you
here
said
to
14.
say that
You said 14.
I
Okay, hold on, because we can
uh-huh.
talk now. We got time. We got time now. I ain't going
We
nowhere.
got
All right. So, did your point that you said that were you at the Barclays for one?
no, I was not, sir, but I will tell you that I was at the one out here in San Francisco. I will tell you that I have bought
Okay.
every pay-per-view that Haney has had. I will tell you that I
Okay.
have bet
No,
and
no, I'm
won
asking.
money on
I'm
Devin.
asking. Okay. Okay. Were there in the in the Barclays, were there seats? Do you see anybody saying that when they're, oh yeah, it was hella seats available. Oh, you could have got in
I mean,
there.
we
It
we we
wasn't
have we have people in this community. Shout out to the TBV community. We have people here that say that hey, it was packed, but there was a lot of empty seats.
uh
They were there.
okay. So packed arena. Because I want to give you listen, what I want to do is I want to give you everything that you're saying, and then it's still more than anything that Golden Boy has.
I mean, look,
You
weren't
may
you the
feel like
main
it's your
promoter
time,
allegedly for this fight?
but it's not your time.
Well, that's why I'm telling you is we got 5 venues that were packed. action packed that they want to see. 5 straight venues.
But look, I have an honest question too because I spoke to Ness about this before.
Uh-huh.
I was there at the San Francisco event, and that was a sellout. But
Mhm.
why do you think that like a event like that could sell out, but yet the pay-per-views do 50,000?
Well,
Like,
that's because I
where
think,
you think is the disconnect?
Zach, I think that there's nobody but them that get the pay-per-view numbers. So no one ever gets a chance to see a successful pay-per-view numbers because every number that they say is bad. We never get a chance to really see it. Have you? Um,
I got that was the
Sacramento?
bell, Bill. We
No,
got
no,
a.
let me talk. Let me talk to him. Hold on, Ness.
All right, come on back, G-Von.
So I appreciate that, Bill, because I'm
Okay.
just trying to speak to you man to man because there's a
No,
lot of
no, no,
questions I
no, no,
have.
absolutely. Because with Sacramento, right? Because we understand this. I know what's going on in Sac, and I know how hard it is to get out of Sac. I know, what Sac then produced, and I want to be completely transparent. And when you say something about um, having a ability to articulate your thoughts, and then you saying that it's has something to do with some street shit. What I want to say is that if Oscar De La Hoya has now come out and said that Devin doesn't sell, the only numbers we see are the numbers that they report, but the numbers that we actually do see are packed arenas. The numbers that we do see are on social media and YouTube and all them are millions and millions of views. So who should we
I mean,
believe? Who should we
but
believe?
we
I'm
al-
just asking a question.
we also
Okay, well, just
we
give me a
also
second.
see
Give
the
me a second,
we
King.
also see the unofficial numbers, right? All the numbers to me at the end of the day are unofficial because none of them are proven. But we have the
Okay,
unofficial
so
numbers that Ryan and Devin did 400,000 pay-per-view buys, which
okay,
is
so
nothing to
let's not
laugh at
count.
because
Let's not.
we hear Tank
Let's
just
not
did
count the
200,000.
unofficial. Okay, are we going to count the unofficial numbers, or are we not going to count them? Which one?
No, no,
You want
yeah,
to count them?
that's why I'm trying to have a conversation with you about the unofficials because this is
Okay,
what
so do you want
everybody's
to? So you
going
want to
off of
count the unofficial?
on social media.
So do you want to go on the unofficial, or do you want to not go on the unofficial? Which one you want to use?
No, I'm telling you, let's do the unofficial because this is what social this is what you don't understand. I think you don't understand. I think your son don't understand. You guys are looking horrible in the eyes of social media, and social media is what runs the game nowadays. You get what I'm saying? I truly
Okay,
believe
so
you
so
guys
let me
don't
ask you this.
understand how you're looking.
Okay, so let me ask you this though. So whose numbers are better on social media than Devin's? Since you say we're looking bad on social
Ryan's,
media, who's huh?
Ryan's,
You said Ryan's.
100%,
Okay, so
1,000%.
100%. Okay, so who else?
Tank Davis.
Okay, so who else?
Look, man.
No, no,
But
who else?
I
Hold on,
don't know
hold on.
where you're going. I don't know what you're going down with this route. But going back to the Oscar thing, right?
No,
Oscar
no,
said
no. I'm
your
asking
son
you.
your
I'm
son
asking
doesn't
you.
sell.
So you say that the only two other guys that have better numbers in or around his division is Tank and Ryan, and Ryan is suspended for a year, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the only two guys with this putting up numbers is Devin and Tank, right?
Yes.
So, so what do we mean that he doesn't sell? What do we mean that he's looking crazy?
I mean, this is what I mean because you could say that Oscar is lying, but at the end of the day, if these
If he's
numbers
put
are
up,
anywhere near right, if these numbers are anywhere near right, that means that Devin just did 400,000 with Ryan, and that would be Devin's highest pay-per-view ever. Outside of that, what was it, 100,000, 150,000 with Lomachenko? So I mean, Oscar's
I
not
think
lying.
it's, I
Your
think
son
it's,
doesn't sell like
I
that.
think
The
it's,
numbers have proven
I
it.
think it's four. Well, I think it's 400,000 more than anybody else other than Tank Davis, because
I
you
mean,
can't put anybody else's, you can't wait, hold on, you can't put anybody else's name with any pay-per-views other than Devin and Tank. Who else?
is that his signal or mine?
That's his. He's driving.
No, I said who else? I said who else? Who else numbers beat that?
I mean, just you're right. But the thing is, what I'm trying to tell you is that that obviously comes from Ryan. See, because I was breaking this down earlier, right? Tank, his highest pay-per-view was 1.2 million with Ryan. Outside of Ryan, we're hearing now that he did 200,000 with Benavides on the undercard, another pay-per-view quote unquote star. He did 200,000, right? At least that's what they're saying. And if you want to go with the high end, let's say he did 300,000. That's still lower than the 400,000 that Ryan and Devin just did. And based off of previous numbers, especially the one that we
Okay, so
just had before
you
Ryan and
just said
Devin, we
wait,
could say
hold
that
on.
50,000 came from Devin,
You, you just said you said Benavidez is a pay-per-view star. So if Benavidez is a pay-per-view
quote
star, then
unquote.
Devin is definitely a pay-per-view star. Because wouldn't you say the numbers? Because
No,
what
because
quote unquote. So
because
according to you,
it equates
Benavidez
to the
is a
same thing
pay-per-view
with
star.
Tank. It equates the same thing as it does with Tank. Tank outside of Ryan
No,
has never done
you just
anywhere
said
even close to
you,
100.
but you just said
He's never even done close to 500,000 without Ryan. And this is facts. And your son has never done anything even close to 300,000 without Ryan. Even 200,000. I hope you're still there
He
because
froze up.